In this video, I would like to highlight why monk mode is the only way to survive in the 21st century. And so I do not mean by necessarily to survive, but survive in means if you are able to maintain your focus, so therefore you are able to maintain the thing that is yours. And so the honest answer for that, what I found is that I would like to compare to you monk mode versus not monk mode, okay? So, quick background story about me. I've been living like a fucking monk for the last 1 year. I mean, I had a year when I was no social media, pretty much no YouTube, no friends. All day long, wake up, work all day fucking long until I collapse. Eat something. I mean, eat fucking restrictively again, not everything, but only ketogenic diet and eating 1 meal a day, so therefore I can restrain myself from all the fucking pleasures on this planet Earth, and I can just really go back to the down, the bottom, so therefore I can see where the first principles lie. So meaning that what are the things that I'm telling to myself which are true, and what are the things that I'm telling to myself which are fucking false, okay? So this is a quick background story about me, but this is not important here. The core thing here is that we have no monk mode and we have monk mode. So no monk mode looks like this. You're waking up, you're starting your day with your phone or with some random freaking distraction which is perhaps unnecessary in order for you to be able to progress towards your endeavor that you are actually chasing to fulfill. Okay, this is no monk mode. You are doing random things, you are not really planning out life, and you just simply do not have this deep simplicity that is coming from you actually being on a straight freaking very super narrow lane, meaning that pretty much you're doing the same fucking boring shit every single day. Excuse me for the language, but this is reality, brothers. Same fucking boring shit every single day. And so with monk mode, as I just explained to you super simply, you are doing the same freaking things over and over and over and over again. And there are days when you are miserable as hell. There are days when you are when you don't have the mood for that. There are days when you are like, you just suck, you're just depressed, you're just like, man, like I'm wasting away my life. But, and here comes the big thing, you're gaining the greatest gift that you can get in the 21st century, aka focus. Meaning that if you are, so basically if you don't have anything to actually make you more interested than your current path, which is fucking boring, then you are actually able to stick with the thing. This is how I've been able to work out every single fucking day, no matter how shitty I was feeling, because I just simply didn't have any pleasures to go through, because I was just cutting out everything. So I didn't really have any pleasures. And since I was eating at the end of the day, I was like, man, like I need fucking dopamine hits from somewhere. You know, like I'm working, like I'm feeling like a piece of freaking shit. So what if I'm running? You know, it's like I started running. So the story goes on and on and on. But again, this is the whole process. If you are in no monk mode, then you have all these possibilities all around you. So it's like in no monk mode, you know, I was chasing I mean not chasing, but having conversation with 5 girls at the same time. I have friends who are like partying. I also have friends who are like super serious. I was like following economics. I was following, you know, like a dozen sciences. I was reading books in any freaking topic. I was doing basically every single thing. And that is a great freaking thing. I'm not saying that is bad. That is a great freaking thing. It's called exploration. But, again, coming back to the main point, the reality is, and this is what every freaking single high achiever is telling to you. I would like to quote Michael Phelps over here. We all know about him. If you don't know, then please stop this video and Google him up. The guy was telling this, and I will be paraphrasing over here. I was just dreaming bigger than anyone else. I had a period when I was training every single day for more than 6 years. Do you know what does that mean? The guy was training on every single Sunday, and this is what he was highlighting. He was gaining 52 training days every single day, every single year. So add that thing up throughout 6 years. That's another complete year by just only not skipping the Sundays. After 7 years, it's a completely added year of training if you're not skipping Sunday. And the guy was like, this is not rocket science what I do. I was just training harder than everyone fucking else out there. This is how did he do that. So this is how it looks like. The same thing with entrepreneurship, the same with any kind of a craft. And it doesn't matter what your drive is. The point is that you just simply have to face the fact that if you want to exceed in anything, it means that there's no fucking balance. It means that you're on the path. You're on the path, brother. It's like, no, like hanging out with the brothers on Thursday because, tomorrow is Friday and we'll be partying, and, like on Sunday we'll be, chilling out and smoking weed. No, I mean, you can live that life too. But the idea here is that whatever we would like to do, we have to admit that it can only come from persistent, repetitive action, because that's the only place how we can actually excel in any kind of an endeavor. And so this is why monk mode is crucial, and this is why monk mode is essential in order for us to get to anywhere. And I just got to realize this. So just to phrase up everything and give you all of the ideas around this topic, I would like to explain the whole process and how I'm experiencing this, okay? Because we can explain it with dopamine, we can explain it with science and so on and so forth, but the more I started living life and going after the shit that I really supposed to be going after, the more I'm switching towards, instead of reading books, I'm trying to live that shit, okay? Instead of watching movies, trying to live that shit. Instead of watching guys out there who are making money, trying to make that money, Or if I'm not making that money already, or be the guy who I'm, like seeking to be. Just like freaking live that thing, okay? And so, because of that, I would like to explain this not in scientific terms. First, because I'm definitely not qualified to talk about that in scientific terms, and secondly, because I've found in my way throughout my journeys that this is the best one to explain to someone. So here's how the process looks like. When we don't have anything to get back to, meaning that, hey, I have that big cake waiting for me in the fridge by the end of the day, or if I suck, or hey, pornography is waiting for me if I suck or if I'm giving up, or hey, a very a loving warm bed with my girlfriend is waiting for me if I do suck. Someone to whom I can really talk out all of my problems is waiting for me. A good Netflix movie is waiting for me. A good eating is waiting for me. A good night out, alcohol is waiting for me. Can you understand that? And when you don't have pleasures, when you're cutting out all of that, when you're cutting out all the BS, like all of the pleasures, like every pleasure, then you don't have a fallback. That it means that the actual thing which looks hard will be the new thing, and you will be chasing that shit because that's your only thing. And yes, like that, this is a dangerous path. Again, like this is definitely not for everyone, because you can just simply fall off, and it's like if you're falling in that thing, it's like that sucks, man. That sucks. And I'm not saying that we're supposed to be doing only one thing, but you have a certain amount of things. For example, for me, it's working out, meditation, playing the guitar, producing, and when I do really have the mental capacity not to dwell upon all the new ideas that I would like to develop in my business on the technical side, then I'm reading. So this is how it looks like. And after every single time when we do have something which could be putting us off path, then basically what is happening is that, hey, I just have pornography. It's like I'm abandoning work for today, and you start going for the bare minimum, and you just simply lose this slight edge that you have with, hey man, I have to max this thing out because this is my only shit. I have to max this thing out because this is my only shit, and you will not go for the extra mile. You will not go for the extra mile, and you will get distracted. And the same thing happens, whether you believe it or not, on smaller scales, meaning that you just simply have too many things to focus on. You cannot focus on anything. You're feeling yourself good and you're feeling yourself productive, where in reality you're just busy, because real productivity comes if you're doing one thing and doing very, very deep work with that thing. Meaning that you are into that activity for hours and you are just dwelling upon that thing. It's not like, hey man, like I've got done, 1,000 busy tasks around there. So think about that. Why is that in business? On the highest level, there are the decision makers. And on the lowest level, there are the executors. But on the executors, I mean the guys who are doing the freaking operational tasks. Meaning that, for example, in let's say solar business, because this is what I do those with the agents. That's another story. They're the decision makers. Okay, what is a decision maker doing all day long? Going on meetings, dealing with the opportunities, making the decisions. That's it. Like he's thinking, bro. He's thinking. But on the other hand, the other guys, taking orders, writing emails. Like that's like a lower level activity. The guy above thinks that how we can put this whole process together. And so again, if you're thinking that you're busy and you're productive, no, like you're productive if you're able to think in systems, if you're able to put together things which are working by themselves. Like that's how you're productive. That's how you're creating productive shit out there, because you're alone. If you're investing into leveraged activities, but this is also again another topic. Just to round up everything, brothers, we have to choose. We would like to live in this mild mediocrity and always looking for something, or actually investing into the pain of fucking doing nothing and having, some days very fucking boring life and just simply having to struggle. Because I'll be honest with you, I'll be upfront with you, monk mode is fucking struggling. Period. It's fucking struggling, okay? I mean, I had the highest moments in my life since I was in monk mode and the clearest moments in my life, but there is still fucking suffering. It's like you just have days when it's like man, like I wish I would be just like dying or something, because you just simply you're just like so low on dopamines. But after those days are coming the greatest innovations all the freaking time. So guys, listen, you have to understand this. And if you're considering monk mode, then definitely do that. This is not for everyone, but I think that it is everyone's duty to at least try it, to at least hit the bottom. Okay, like hit the bottom, like hit complete silence. Like when there are no other thoughts, it's like zero yourself off, and from there on you can see what's on the other side too. Peace.